Hello YouTube, it's your girl Emma Ortiz. Women already fight twice as hard as men to get the careers that we deserve. And for women of color, yes, it's even harder. But the reward is more significant, it comes with more pride and representation for our communities, not just ourselves. In this video, I'm going to be joined by my very close friend, Gaby Vasquez. We're going to cover being strong Latina women, spirituality, manifestation, and navigating our career fields. Keep watching.
I'm not good in front of camera.
As I said in the intro, this is my friend Gaby Vasquez, aka
Hola.
aka my prima.
We got away with that for so long.
Tell him the story.
So I came to visit you at Texas State.
Texas State.
Wait, what?
Texas Southern.
Texas Southern.
Oh my gosh. Y'all edit.
At Texas. I don't know why I said that. Texas State. Anyways, I met some of your friends, and from the get-go, we said that we were cousins.
Primas. Yeah.
Back in
we
the
used
day.
to look like primas.
And we used to look alike.
Both
But now
dark,
we don't
both
anymore.
skinny. Anyway, we're gonna be munching on some tacos.
Brought to you by.
My dad.
Period.
And then Gabby brought some Mexican coca.
You already know the vibes.
And then she brought a little surprise for me here.
I'm trying to make Emma extra Mexican.
We got extra Mexican.
It's just mango and piña.
Cheers.
Anywho.
Basically, this kind of playlist on my channel, you're the first one I kind of told. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I do remember you telling me that. And I really like the concept.
Because you don't really see it a lot.
You don't.
Or it's not really talked about enough. But
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to do it. And I might get some hate,
She gonna do it?
but that's all right. Nothing.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know why there's hate, but whatever.
People aren't on the same level in their spiritual journey.
Yeah.
You know?
Mukbang?
I've never done a mukbang.
How
I
do
watched
you pronounce
them.
it?
Mukbang? Mukbang?
Mukbang.
Okay. So why don't you introduce yourself? Like your background.
So I am 25 years old. My mom is Salvadorian. She came from El Salvador to the States when she was in her teens.
I didn't
My
know
dad, my dad is Mexican, San Luis Potosí. He came to the States when I think he was in his teens as well.
So is my dad.
Bro, their story of how they got here, I can't comprehend. Like,
The sacrifice.
yeah, they met while they were working together at some like warehouse or something. And then they made me. I'm the firstborn. I'm the oldest of three. Yeah.
So not only is she first generation, she's the oldest of all of her siblings. But,
Yeah.
I mean, if she didn't have enough pressure, there's more.
Yeah.
And then what else? Student athlete.
I grew up playing softball. Started playing like travel ball. Ended up doing college ball. And that's how we met.
Not college, but travel ball.
Travel ball is how we
Elite.
met.
Texas elite.
Shout out to Rico.
Ricardo. And so now, what did you major in and what are you doing?
So I majored in nursing. I'm a cardiac nurse, cardiac ICU nurse, cardiovascular ICU nurse.
You know, I never
So, yeah.
asked you this.
What?
Like, why did you want to be a nurse? Like, I was writing my questions. I was like, I really don't know why.
Yeah.
Wanted to
Dude,
be a
I
nurse.
don't know why I went into nursing either. Honestly. I knew I wanted to help people, so I got into it. But of course, I'd say like most of it is job security.
Right.
Especially being like a first gen. Just knowing that you're going to have a good paying job after school
Right.
motivates you a lot.
All right, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, I'm gonna be looking at my phone. I kind of wrote down questions here. Has there been moments where you wanted to quit and give up? Like, of course, we're human, right? And then what keeps you going on the hard days? Like that mental toughness, I guess. Like, what's your why? Or like, what's your purpose? And this can be like right now when nursing gets hard, or when you were like in those last years of college. Because I know I had some breaking points too. So I just want to like, tell me everything. Because we don't really talk like this.
Yeah.
This is my dancing partner.
Girl, we got to dance.
But we gonna get serious right here.
Dude, I had a lot of breaking points. Trying to get into nursing school my sophomore year was really affecting me, like physically, emotionally,
Bless you, Dad. Nice.
mentally. I was down bad, like
Going through it.
yeah. And you don't really speak your emotions. I think it's like a Latino thing.
Yeah, in our culture, I feel like it's looked with a sign of weakness, I guess.
A big sign of
and then
weakness.
especially, like, we have so much to talk about, like, with getting a therapist or talking about your emotions. It's a generational thing.
And on my side, like, I didn't have that church aspect because we didn't grow up going to church, so I'm not, like, tied to a religion or anything. So I was, like, super lost. And I finally just, like, knew I needed help. I talked to my mom, I talked to my coach, and I finally got, like, into therapy, which helps so much. Like
just talking about it.
Yeah, just letting your emotions out and all of that. Because if you keep them bottled in, like...
There's no way.
There's no way. Getting into nursing school and trying to do school mixed with softball and all my schedules.
Wearing to graduate. And all,
yeah. It was just tough, honestly, but girl, we pulled through. Got that degree.
Right.
And I played softball all 4 years.
It's
somehow.
So crazy.
Oh, I'm better. Like,
right,
so
like now we're thriving, we're healing.
We're healing.
But I think that's why I kind of want to start this, because I listen to podcasts too, but I felt like a lot of the podcasts that, and of course, in all respect, I don't mean this in the wrong way, but a lot of the podcasts that you see, it's majority a white female, and
it's hard to relate.
It's hard to relate, especially, like, I understand everyone has things that they go through, but me personally, I feel like when I'm listening to, like, a Latina podcast, like, for instance, I listen to, like, Becky G's Face to Face, and then also, like, her In La Sala podcast, and it's just, dude, you need to listen to that. Groundbreaking, right?
Okay.
And, like,
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't listened.
And
I think our generation's going to be that generation.
It is. Or even our
even
next
thinking
generation.
about us raising our children, I feel like it's going to be, like, so much different. And even my parents, they've unlearned certain things. Like, when I finally came to them and, like, told them what was going on in my head, my mom was so supportive, my dad was supportive. I mean, it took him a little bit longer because he didn't understand.
That'd be my dad.
Yeah, he was like, just get out, like, kind of just get out of that mentality. Like, come on, just get out of it. Like,
but you can't blame them either, because it's like,
but you can't.
That's all they knew.
And now he's, like, the type to kind of tell me, like, I'm feeling a little bit anxious. Like, we've, like, made so much progress, but...
I love that.
Yeah.
So basically your solution was talking it out and not being ashamed to, like, reach out.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because I thought I was, like, dumb, like, weak. I was like, why am I letting my
even crying in front of people? I don't like crying in front of people.
Me neither. And what's my why? You asked what's my why?
Yes. What's your why? Why do you?
I think
when you don't want to get up for work, what's your why?
I think like, going through school, my why was definitely not disappointing my parents. But I think that can be toxic in itself. You know,
putting too much pressure.
Putting too much pressure on yourself. But I think now my why is, like, literally myself in the life I envision for myself. Like, there's no other option but to
like
hustle.
External pressure.
Yeah. And I don't feel like there's no more external pressure. This is healing.
Right, it really
is. It's doing it for yourself,
it really
like,
is.
Getting the life that you envision and just, like, going out to get it. These are good. Fire.
So spirituality. Is there something that you live by, believe in? Like, what ties to you? If you don't want to answer that, it's okay. Or we can just twist it. Like, by spirituality, I also can mean manifestation and...
No, yeah.
Yeah. Because I know we share a book together that we live by. Do you want to tell them? You tell them. So
that book is The 4 Agreements, right? If you haven't read it, you just have to read it. I feel like...
And you can't force someone to read it.
You can't.
Like, I've gifted it before, and I'm like, read it. But you have to be in your own time. Like,
you do.
It calls to you.
You have to be in the right mentality. And, like,
I
once
still
you
reread
are...
it. I know, I've
read it.
Like,
I'm actually halfway through it again.
Which one do you struggle with? I think mine's definitely, like, don't take things personally and don't make assumptions.
Me too. mine's definitely don't take things personally.
Right.
Because, girl, I be taking things personally. I'm like, you did that to do that to me?
I'm going to do this and do it to you.
No, but I think the most, like, life-changing for me when I read it, I was in a mindset where, like, I needed something to, like...
And the author is Mexicano.
Yeah.
I loved that even more.
When I read that, I was like, I'm reading this whole thing. Like,
it made me feel
because at the
better.
beginning...
It made me feel better and more safe.
Like
I
a
don't know.
safe space.
Yes, yeah.
No judging type of thing. But yeah, that one really helped me spiritually.
Do you manifest?
Yeah, I love manifesting.
I saw you post one time on your journal.
Yeah. So I really need to get really into journaling, but
there's different ways.
there was
A
a
lot of
time
different
where
ways.
each day, like for a month or two, I would write down like 5 blessings that I had that day.
Yeah.
5 things I was grateful for, and I just kind of wrote about my day type of thing. That really helped also.
When did you start? Like post-grad or?
I think I was my senior year of
College?
College, yeah. My
Me too.
therapist told me to do it, and I was like, girl, this is so dumb.
Yeah,
like, I don't
want
want
my hand to hurt.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I get in the zone and I'm journaling, I'll be like, dang,
Yeah.
I'm writing for like 3 or 4 pages.
No,
and then
yeah.
I'm like, my hand starts hurting.
A lot of these things my therapist told me to do, like
Uh-huh.
journaling and reading the book. She actually recommended, what is it? The Power of Now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she recommended
that one. I was going to read next, but I was like, I'm not there yet. Because
Yeah.
the first book I decided to go and get and read, like, for spirituality and stuff. I was like, I need baby steps. And I feel like the 4 Agreements was the perfect first
It's
book.
not too long.
It's
not too crazy
It's
with
the
words.
perfect beginner.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a good
But when
beginner.
I was skimming through the Power of Now, I was like,
It's kind of deep, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like,
It gets deep.
I've read 2 or 3, like, self-help? Yeah, self-help
Self-help
books.
books, yeah.
And I actually bought a new one that I
What's it
saw
called?
at Half Price Books by Don Miguel. It's the 4 Agreements, but it's like it's specialized in getting over fear.
I need that one.
Yeah, I'll lend it to you. But I just bought it. So I'm starting. And that one, he includes like practices to do.
Ooh.
Like,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Like stuff that you can incorporate into like, instead of just reading, like actually practicing.
And so I started journaling, and it started, I would do threes. I don't know. There is magic in
What is
numbers.
that?
So I would write everything 3 times. Just like repetition, I guess.
Yeah.
And so again with you, I would start with what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
And then I'd start going into the affirmations, like I am this. Then
Affirmations are so important.
Then I started getting a little more deeper into it. I remember that it was still my senior year in college, and that was the first time I decided to make moon water. Have you ever made moon water?
What is that?
It was a super moon. It was a pink full moon. And it's funny because we just had one too. So this is my second year doing it. Yeah. And I'll do this on new moons and sometimes full moons. Like, it depends. But basically, I write out my affirmations. And then, like, after I'm already in that vibe, you know what I'm talking about. You get into a vibe once you're journaling. And so once I'm already in that positive space where I'm like, I let go of all the doubt and fear, I take my journal outside and then like a closed mason jar or something, and then I'll leave it with my journal and just soak the moonlight. Yeah, and then it's on top of my journal. So it's like I'm really saying like this water soaking in like my affirmations with the moon. And then the next day I'll take it in, I'll drink it, or like I'll put it in the refrigerator, of course.
Yeah.
But then until I'm literally drinking my affirmations.
Wow. That's special.
I've
never heard of that.
Never. I'm big on moon water. I make it like at least.
Should I try it?
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna
But
try
I'll
it.
text you on when a good moon to do it is, because some of them are tricky.
Okay.
And then even if you don't have like a patio or anything, it's just the thought. So like you can leave it on a windowsill and then like let the moon rays hit it. You know, and it's like kind of how people do with crystals. But I don't really get into crystals as much, honestly.
Me neither.
I mean, they're pretty, but
Yeah.
outside of moon water, different ways of manifesting I've done is definitely visualizing. But I think even before I knew what manifestation was, like ever since I was little, I think I was manifesting.
Yeah.
Because I daydream a lot. So like I'm so clear about, I already know what my apartment looks like when I move.
Have you seen this TikTok?
Huh.
It's this girl telling you to be delusional about what you want in life, like just even if it sounds or like is a crazy thought, just think that you're gonna be there or you're gonna have these things. Be delusional. Like, don't think as your life as being this linear thing. Be delusional of what you want.
I definitely think that's how I've manifested most of my what I've received already. And another one I've done is if I'm just driving and I see the moon, and let's say like I forget to like journal, or, you know, if I'm in a hurry or I'm going somewhere,
Yeah.
and whenever I'm just like shaken by the beauty of the moon, because I love the moon. I've
Dude.
told Sierra this too.
I feel like I
To
would
my
really
heart.
enjoy this moon water, all these things you're talking about, because dude, I love, like, whenever there's a full moon, I'll just be like
I was
staring
supposed
at
to tell. Okay, I'm gonna tell it in this video. The reason I love the moon is because like it reminds me not to rush timing. Because you can't rush to the full moon. You have to go through each cycle to get to the full moon, and it's so beautiful because it's like it's just a reminder. Like, look, the divine timing's coming. Don't rush it, and it's gonna be beautiful. I feel so connected to the moon.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm connected to the sun.
I mean, me too. I'm a Leo girl, but
Dude, the
something about the
sun.
moon makes me feel like I don't
Both.
know. Right.
Both.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm literally
I
a
love
fire sign.
I'm a Virgo. I need to do more affirmations because I don't really do those a whole lot.
I know one of my favorites is like there's the short ones and then there's like the deep ones and then ones I am open and ready to accept new opportunities. That's a good one.
Oh, I like that one.
Or ones I don't chase, I attract what is already mine.
Those are so good.
Ooh.
Girl, I need to start doing these. You need
Let's
to send me a
journal together.
text.
Yeah, I'll send you some of my journal. Ow. What?
Doink.
Ooh, we about to get in it. We're gonna get into the cheese, man. Have you ever experienced some adversity or discrimination at work/college because of your skin color or just because you're a woman?
Honestly,
No?
I feel like I've been fortunate to
Not.
not. I feel like I've gone through some like microaggressions, like you're playing around and like, oh, you're Mexican as like a comeback, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But nothing too crazy.
But nothing too bad. I feel like I've been really fortunate. And I went to a predominantly white school.
in Arkansas.
Yeah, but I think I was fortunate to like be around the people like athletics. I mean, I felt like I wasn't really around people that were like as Mexican as me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I feel like I kind of just went through like some type of imposter syndrome my whole way through college. How did I get here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not
I
being
struggle with
around
that
it.
a lot, like imposter syndrome. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I get lucky, but I don't give myself credit for what I've done to like get there, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, you had to, you know?
You do.
You had
yeah.
to.
Cool people.
You came to my college.
Uh-huh.
Totally different.
I was like, what is this homecoming? That was so fun though.
So I went to an HBCU, and although they are predominantly black, there was a lot of Latinos, and we had Afro-Latinos, Cubans, Mexicanos,
Yeah.
a lot of people from the Valley, and I loved it. I loved every part of it.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you that you had that experience. That must have been so cool.
It was.
Because
For
that
4 years,
one day
was
that I
just
was there, I was
embraced
like,
in it.
this
4
is
years
cool.
embraced in the culture.
Yeah. That one day we hit the bunny hop. What else did we hit?
K-Wang.
K-Wang.
They're playing everything. They're playing everything.
I had so much fun. It was amazing though, like
Dang,
seeing everything.
So not even as a woman, like not in the workplace or anything?
I work in a predominantly
Woman. Oh, okay. Well, that helps.
Career, so I feel like maybe you tell me about yours. I've been lucky, dude. Like I really have. Really?
Yeah. Well, I already like 2 big ones that I can think about,
Tell me.
and one wasn't even like. Oh, hold on, Rosie's coming.
Wait, cheers.
Cheers. Okay, so.
Okay, tell me. Tell me the tea. Because I'm probably going to get pissed.
But I'm like, should I?
I'm
I
going to get
don't want to
mad.
expose.
Do it.
Okay, so the first was, it's so funny because you know when you right after college and you're like interviewing and like and so one of them I already had my like really big job offer up, the big one I've told you about. Like I already had that lined up, but I had another professor email me like, hey, here's this interview, like if you want to go, and I was like, oh, let me just do it to get interview practice. Like I wasn't even wanting the job. Like. And I told my mom too, and she was like, "Oh, just go for that."
Yeah, And that's important, yeah.
And so there was a male in front of me being interviewed, and then I went up, not even. And so I
I'm
went
about
down.
to get mad.
Because I wanted to snap back and be like, "Well, did you ask this guy before me that?"
Literally.
Yeah, but I was just.
There's no way they would have done that to that guy.
I was like, that would be illegal, like anything.
It's illegal, literally.
Right. It's jealous. And I was like, what? Yeah. And so that was, and I didn't even want this job. So I was like, I'm just gonna go. So I was just like, I was like, is this really what it's like? That was my first
I feel like-
interaction in the working field, and it wasn't. I mean, not my first in the working world, because I've had jobs before that where I was very professional. I was with, like, they treated me as males, you know, because I am in a male-dominated industry, and I understand.
I feel like that's the difference between my career field and yours.
Right. But it was my.
I don't even know what I would have done.
I just have to. I have to do on my part and control the controllables. Even though I want to be like, oh, it's just on the man it never looks bad. On the female it does. Whenever
and that's
you act
so
out.
annoying. You always have to be the bigger person.
And then there's another one. If y'all hear some noise in the back, that's just my parents.
Something going down in the back.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
We can't tell y'all.
So, as I was saying, I'm not gonna put on this video all the details, but I'll tell her and edit it out. But I've experienced a common theme where just because I'm a female in the workplace, guys think it's okay to hit on you. When it's not. It's really not, because you're not respecting me as a professional. And I was like, I was the one living with this, like, not guilt, but I was like, I think it's messed up how, like, whenever women are put in these situations, like, we still find the way to be like, oh, well, I shouldn't even gone. I shouldn't have even stayed. When it's like, no, like, I was.
You try to make it your fault somehow instead of it's
putting all the blame on them. When something happens like that, I'm like, well, I'm like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. But it's just like, guys, how nice guys have it to just do whatever and they don't get held accountable for it. But girls, if a girl was to cross the line, she was looked at, you know what I mean?
You'd be in a line of fire straight up.
Literally. The talk would go around. You wouldn't get any of the promotions, or like, you would look at not professional. Or she has too much emotion involved, you know? But guys, oh yeah, man, like, whatever, like.
I can't believe that.
But then I was like, I always look at things where it's like, it's a lesson, because I was like, maybe God's saying like, hey, I need you to learn this before you go to LA, and you're gonna experience it again, and you know how to handle it, or not get in that position again.
Yeah.
You know, some people are still gonna see like, oh, what is she, like, is she gonna stand her ground, or is she gonna, you know, like, can I get away with it with her? I feel like that's common in my industry. I'm in entertainment, so
I feel like I've heard like those stories a lot in like the entertainment.
I'm ready for it. Now that I went through it, like,
a
couple of times.
I feel like
definitely
you're
can
strong
stand
enough
my
to
ground.
like stand your ground, yeah. Girl,
And
if
then-
somebody tries messing with Emma,
Watch out.
it ain't gonna go right for you.
And I have a whole team behind me. If you could tell your younger self, or any little boy or girl watching this video that looks like us, what would you tell them?
To just not, to be open to like different experiences, different people, and know that you belong there. Like, don't doubt that you don't belong there just because you don't look the same, you don't have the same path as everybody else.
Exactly.
Everything that's supposed to happen is happening for a reason. So just believe in your work and I mean,
You hit
don't
it on the
limit-
nail. Yeah.
don't limit yourself just because there's supposed to be a mold that you're supposed to fit in. Like, make your own fucking mold, you know? I was like at a point when I was younger where like I did not like my dark skin. I did not. Because I used to grow up, or like when I grew up, I used to always be called like negrita or like morenita.
That was me.
And I don't know why I had
You're
such
not
a
even that dark.
I know, but girl, whenever I played softball,
I
used to get dark, like dark. But
And I feel like, again, that's such a
I
misconception.
always saw it as a negative thing. I don't know why.
But it's not. It's beautiful.
not.
That's
It's
why
beautiful.
this name, Brown is Beautiful /
It
Viva La
is.
Raza. Because even with Latinos, like, just because we're all Latino doesn't mean it stops there. Like, there's different things going in with, because it can, even if you are Latina, if you're white passing, you do get a little more advantage.
No,
It's color.
So
it's
much.
color.
No, yeah, and like, there's always this, like you said, there's always like this notion where like if you're clear, I used to like,
Latina,
light skin Latina. Like, it used to be to a point where, dude, I used to like go in the shade, fucking put on so much sunscreen.
And now you realize.
Now I'm
it's
like
beautiful.
lake days. I don't care if I get tan.
No,
like,
because
it's because I'm out there living my life, and I am who I am. I look how I look.
and it's beautiful. People
And we
wish
look
they had.
good, yeah.
No, because literally, why do you think people tan and pay all this money to get spray tans and pay all this money? And I know you see on TikTok like those girls that you put their makeup and it's a whole 2 shades darker than their neck.
Yeah.
Like, our skin is beautiful. And I think if anything, I want to break the barrier, because even in my family, I'm one where they're like, why are you so dark? I'm like,
No, yeah.
that's not a bad thing, and you need to stop talking about it like that. It needs to be like the dark you are, it's beautiful. Like, and I went to Austin.
I don't think I ever heard that in my childhood. Like, your skin tone is beautiful.
Well, what?
But
We need to
growing
change
up,
that. We
no,
need to
yeah,
change
isn't that
it.
crazy? But growing up, like,
But
a
you're
lot
not
of
even that
people
dark.
compliment me when I'm tan. A lot of people compliment my skin color, like, your skin color is so nice. And I don't know why I'm like, there's always that back thought, like,
Well, because it was when you were little, and
Yeah,
it's, that
it's
like
like-
it's in there.
it's in there. It's like
Healing.
childhood trauma type thing.
I literally
But
just went
yeah.
to Austin with my friend Ariel. I think she's gonna be the next on here in this like video. And we were hiking, and she's from Peru, and she's very light complected. And the sun was just hitting on the hike trail, and she was like, "Look at that!" And she was like, and I was like, "Oh, I know I'm dark." And then she was like, "That's beautiful."
Oh,
And I was like,
love that.
like, you know, but it's true. We would be playing like when I was 13 in tournaments, and a lady went up to my mom and she was like, "Is that your daughter? Her skin's very beautiful."
Really? That's so sweet.
And I think it's the Native American in me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It definitely is, yeah.
you can see it.
I don't know what it is in me. My mom is pretty dark. So my dad can get pretty tan too.
I
so
bet y'all have some mestizo
like-
in y'all.
I don't know. I need to do like a 23andMe or something, whatever.
I bet it is. Then we can close it out. What do you want your legacy to be? Like, what do you want to be remembered for?
I think I really just want to be remembered for just being a good person. Like, it's just simple as that.
It is.
What
Or at the
people
end
are
of the day,
going
it's all
through.
love.
Why else would we be here? Like, you know?
Exactly. Because
And
I'm
be
like,
able to
I
feel
feel
the
like
things
we're
we
both
feel.
very open-minded, where it's like, no matter what, people try and like spread that hate to you. And again, for agreements, people are unhappy and they're gonna try and they see it like when you're healed and glowing, people can see that glow. And it only makes people mad when they are not there and they want misery loves company, and they're gonna try and push that negativity on you.
But don't they take things
Just
personally?
don't let those seeds plant in your head. Keep it good and just spread love to others, because at the end of the day, if we all did that, this world would be a very different place.
I know.
So, well, I'm so glad you could join me, Gabby.
Me too.
I'm
Dude,
like,
it
this
took-
video is everywhere.
No, it really is. Good luck editing this.
What are we doing
It
tonight?
was easy to talk to.
What are we doing tonight? Are you going
You
out
trying to
or
go
not
dancing?
really? Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm already dressed. Look.
You wanna go to Red River?
Yeah. I want to drink with your parents.
With my parents? Oh my gosh, they love you.
They do?
They love you.
Your
Yeah.
dad feels homey. I don't know why he reminds me like of somebody. I can't put my finger on it. Did
Everybody
him and
always
Ricardo
says
get
that.
along a lot? That's why.
Everybody says that he's always smiling. So is my mom.
Yeah, they are. They think
no.
I'm crazy or what? No?
No, they like you. They think you're funny.
What can I say? I'm their daughter they never
Okay.
had.
Period.
Thank you for joining this second episode.
Brown is beautiful.
Yes, brown is beautiful. Say it out loud 3 times. Have it be your affirmation. Brown is beautiful. I am beautiful.
Because it is.
It is.
There's
Viva La
nothing to it.
Raza. And give it a like. Leave a comment. Subscribe. And comment down what emoji do you want if they see this.
Oh.
Which
The
one?
lady with the red dress.
Yes, I was thinking about the salsa emoji. All right.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.